Hello YouTube, I'm Peter and welcome to my kitchen. So today, for some reason we had some old pistachios going out of date, so I thought that I'd just try and make something up with them, and I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. It's honey and pistachio and blueberry cake. It's gluten-free and I think it really tastes delicious. There's no butter or oil in the cake, and also we've reduced the amount of flour in it by putting in some pistachios instead. So, I hope you enjoyed the video.
To make this cake, you will need 200 grams of pistachios, 200 grams of honey, 5 medium eggs, about 200 grams of frozen blueberries, half a teaspoon of xanthan gum, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 100 grams of gluten-free plain flour. To start, blitz the pistachios in a food processor for about 20 seconds, or until they look like a rough flour. Don't process them for too long, or else you'll end up with pistachio butter. Now add in the honey and give it a whiz. Once that's combined, crack in the eggs one at a time, giving it a good 10 to 15 seconds to mix before adding in the next egg. Now that you've added in all of the eggs, put in the xanthan gum, flour, and baking powder, and give it one last mix until it's all combined into a smooth batter. Lastly, take out the blueberries from the freezer and fold them into the mix until they're evenly dispersed. Pour the mixture into a greased and base-lined 8.5-inch tin and level out the top as well as you can. Now bake this in a preheated oven at 150 degrees Celsius, 300 degrees Fahrenheit fan for about 1 hour to 1 hour and 15 minutes, or until it's well risen, springs back to the touch, and a knife inserted into the center comes out clean. Whilst the cake is cooling, make an icing with about 100 grams of icing sugar and just a couple of teaspoons of water. Once the cake has cooled, it will fall back a bit on top and it will look slightly craggy. This is perfect to drape the icing over, and it's also what gives the cake an amazingly dense and moist yet light texture. To finish off the cake, I sprinkle over some chopped pistachios and a few dried cranberries just for colour. This cake has a great texture and a really good flavour that I think improves actually the next day. It will keep well because of the pistachios, and it's also great for freezing.
So that's how you make the cake. It's really nice, and I'm just really pleased with how it's turned out. You'd absolutely be able to substitute the blueberries for raspberries. You could change up the flavours in it, use a different kind of nut instead of pistachios. You know, really do whatever you want. I sort of freestyled this one, and it's turned out really well. So, you know, it's really quite fun to give anything a go, try and make it a wee bit different, and you can really get some really nice things out of it at the end. Thanks very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Also, go out and check some of my other videos. I've put them in the description below. So, thanks very much for watching, guys. Bye!